Jordan Brand has been digging into the early 2000s archives and bringing back some beloved colorways for millennials like myself that we remember very fondly. And this time they bring back a shoe that dropped in 2000 and returned in 2015, and it's coming back now. Air Jordan 5 White Metallic. And the shoe is dropping on April 25th for $215. The original release of this colorway was in 2000, came back in 2015, so it has been just over 10 years for the shoe to return. First impressions of the shoe. I am a Jordan 5 lover. It is my favorite sneaker ever. So when it comes in such a clean and easy colorway, there are no real complaints for me. There's like the most exciting one that makes me do a double take and go, it's absolutely delicious. No, but it is very good, very, very good. I'm a black sneaker lover, so all white shoes I just won't rank higher than a black sneaker. That is just my personal preference, but still, put this on a shelf, you just go, that looks ice cold. And in terms of the box, it is not a Michael Jordan face box. They have been bringing back for a lot of shoes. It is just a pretty regular Jumpman 5 box with a shoe separator inside the box as well. Nothing much more to it. And in terms of the materials, it is completely leather, and you will see there's a lot of that tumbled texture on the leather. Now, that tumbled and very textured look doesn't always mean that it's really great leather. You can create that look by just spinning the leather in a drum, just keep it going, and then it'll get softer and softer and then create that type of texture. But to the touch, it does feel pretty soft. And it is not super thin as well, especially around these toe overlays. It does feel good. And then moving to the heel of the shoe, you will see that 23, that actually originally just came on one OG Jordan 5 colorway. Michael Jordan, his PEs did have 23 as well for the black metallic. But originally in 2000 and 2015, this 23, the font just looked jacked. It didn't look like the OG 23, but for this version, they have reverted to the font that looked like the 1990 font. And moving around to the booty of the shoe, you will see Nike Air branding embroidered onto the shoe itself. That actually came with a Jumpman in both the earlier iterations of this colorway, but this time they were sticking Nike Air here. And before this year, the rule was non-OG colorways would get the Jumpman, OG colorways as well as special releases would get the Nike Air treatment. Apparently this year, they are going to the rule where if Michael Jordan wore the shoe himself, so he obviously wore the Jordan 5, they're sticking Nike Air on the shoe if it came with Nike Air back in the day. So that's why you see this. And then moving up the tongue, you will get this translucent netting that is also on the medial and lateral side of the shoe as well. That will yellow over time. So if it starts to do that, definitely don't think you got a worse quality or QC product. That's just the way it is. And then right at the top, you get a 3M tongue with the Jumpman in the middle. Now, right behind the tongue, you get that upside down Air Jordan tag. And of course, you'll see these lace locks. That is my least favorite thing about the 5s. I just think it gets in the way. I know it is part of the DNA, but practically I don't love it, but it is here. It has Nike branding too. So no Jumpman on these, not like other non-OG colorways. They really did put OG branding all over this shoe. And the shoe does actually come with one extra set of laces. It is also white, but it's not as flat and thick as the ones out of the box. It is thinner, a little bit more rounded. Between the two, definitely prefer the laces that just come right out the box. And in terms of the cushioning of the Jordan 5, it comes with a polyurethane midsole with a visible air unit on the heel, another one in the forefoot, of course. The most favorite thing about the Jordan 5 to me is that shark teeth. Just makes the shoe look very aggressive. Tinker Hatfield was inspired by the Mustang fighter jet. That's why the 5s overall just has this very angry and aggressive look. So this, you'll get a silver shark teeth here and a beautiful, delicious icy outsole. Look at that. And in the cutout, Nike branded here. So just like the booty, you get the OG Nike branding here. Look how pretty that looks. And in terms of the insole, more Nike Air branding. It is just a Dream Cell insole, so they didn't come correct with the polyurethane insoles, but I can't say I'm too surprised. And in terms of sizing and comfort, I am a wide and flat footer for Jordan 5s. I just stick true to size. It fits my feet really well. I think the most comfortable Jordan shoe from 1 to 14 It just fits wide footers really good. It is a very bulky shoe, as you can probably imagine. A shoe from 1990, and look at it, it is a tank. So if weight is a priority, don't go for Jordan 5s. Underfoot, still pretty flat, outdated tech. For a Jordan old retro shoe, this is my favorite. And that brings the total sole score of the Jordan 5 white metallic to 34.5 out of 40. A pretty high score compared to other general releases. Now first, it is colorway. Come on. All white sneaker with icy outsoles on a Jordan 5. There's just not much to complain about. The only reason why I didn't give it a higher score, because it's not as exciting. I also tend to like darker and like black sneakers more, so there's nothing too different or too exciting about this colorway, but it's still very good. In terms of the materials, I do like what they came with here. It is soft, you can feel the texture, but it's not like flimsy thin, so that is really great. It is not like the thickest or anything, but it does feel good to the touch. And in terms of the comfort, this is where the Jordan 5s will always rank pretty high, especially compared to other like retro Jordan shoes. Just fits my feet really well. And I can only tell you how comfortable a shoe is for my foot. Like the shape of my foot just fits this bulky ass tank very nicely. So there you have it. And in terms of the versatility, the 5s, obviously a pretty retro looking shoe, mainstream by people like Will Smith, wearing it in Fresh Prince. So I do think it has crossover into like casual appeal, maybe not as much as the 1s or the 3s or the 4s, but probably right after that. In terms of the wearability of the colorway, come on. All white sneaker basically with hints of black, beautiful icy outsoles. Can't really get much easier to wear than that. And today's throwback of the day, it is the Jordan 5 Red Suede that dropped in 2017. Very similar to the 2009 Raging Bull, but even more red. And this is inspired by the classic black and red flight jackets. I love monochromatic looking shoes. Very red, very bold. I can't pull it off, but I do want them to bring it back just so I can stare at it on a shelf because it looks delicious. Now, compared to the other delicious Jordan 5 that came out this year, the Wolf Grey, which one would I go for? Definitely the Greys. I just really love how that shoe looks. But if you disagree, let me know why. So that's it. Thanks for watching. So inclined. Let me know what you think of the Air Jordan 5 White Metallic. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes